Hey Virgo, how are you guys? Happy birthday. Excited to be here. There's a lot of like dark energy out there right now. The vibes are not great. It's kind of like, I don't know, only the brave ones are out here. Everyone else has gone into hiding. I'm not saying that if you're in hiding that you're like not brave. It's just you're not the like, you know, the war horses. You're not the ones that are continuously tormented. Just kidding. I'm in a good vibe. I gotta charge energy real quick. I don't really have a lot to say to you guys right now. I keep wanting to like talk to you and tell you like story times, but I want to focus on the cards. Okay. I'm letting you see my face for your birthday. I've been gatekeeping myself, Virgo, because honestly, I love me a lot. And I feel like some of you don't really appreciate me. And honestly, as like, you know, the keeper of myself, I want to feel appreciated. That lady, do you know that video where she's like, I want to be appreciated? That like, I know a lot of people thought it was like funny, and it is like funny, but like at the same time, it makes me so sad. Ugh, doesn't that make you sad? Do you not have water in your chart, Virgo? You cold-hearted bitch. What did I say? Well. Already. Ooh, I like that. I like the lighting. Already, Virgo. What's this? Trying to make off like a thief in the night. Out of ego, running away. Somebody got their ego bruised and decided to just ghost. Running away from the scene of the crime. Water might be involved. Might have met this person at like the beach. They live by the beach. They went on a beach vacation. Also could be a river. It's like a body of water, a lake. It gives me like sneaking away from everybody else to... Yeah, you went hermit. You had a Simba. This is what you did. You did a Simba. Don't you dare ever use that as a verb ever and not credit me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Have you ever heard somebody use that as a verb before? Have you? Don't fuck with me. Is this gonna get demonetized? I shouldn't say that. Report me. No, don't report me. If you guys push me too much further, I will stop doing YouTube. Don't mess with me. Somebody ran away. And now they're doing, like, look, they literally did the Simba thing. They went off to the jungle. They did the, like, do, 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 do. Timon and Pumbaa raised them, and now they're becoming the lion to where they can come back. And they do want to come back because they want to fill up your cup. They feel like they have a lot to offer, and they're feeling confident that they would be able to like treat you well. They feel like they would be able to treat you the way that you deserve. And they have other options, but they're not interested in any of those. So this is somebody that has a lot of people trying to get their attention, trying to date them. But they've been like saving their cup for somebody special, and they feel like that special person is you. This is like somebody that's like a bachelor, bachelorette type energy. Like they have been waiting for the one and they don't want to settle. And now that they've met you, they feel like you're the one. They feel like you brought the like sunshine into their life, and you also exposed their moon, is what they're saying. But like sun and moon is like a yin and yang energy, so it's a very like balanced connection. I do get that you're a good match. But somebody has some like demons they need to work through. They might have some sort of like addiction. They have some shit they need to work through. It's kind of like it's kind of like an immature energy to me. Like this person has bad habits that were bred out of immaturity. And this energy of they can't find the right person. Like this is somebody that is like attractive. They get a lot of attention. A lot of people want to date them, and they're just very picky. But because they're very picky and they're very attractive, they have some bad behaviors. They might drink too much. They might be too much of a flirt, have a lot of casual sex, be avoidant, cheat, stuff like that. And I get at one point this person just thought that that's how they were. Like they didn't like the way that they were, but they thought that that was just what they had to do because it would be too hard for them to work through their demons. But now they're getting to a point that they feel like they know what to do. They needed to, again, they had to Simba a little bit. They did. But now it could be a Leo placement, or Cancer. Virgo is you. So it's the person, the Virgo, that had to disappear. Yeah, see, it's do all things in moderation. This is somebody that does something too much. They have an addiction. They do. Doesn't necessarily have to be drug, alcohol, sex. It could be eating, shopping addiction. This person has some bad habits, and it's because they have a tendency to isolate themselves and do things to excess. This is somebody that seeks stimulation. Because I'm telling you, they've been bored. Look at all of these cups behind them, and they have their back turned to all of those cups, and they have their cup that they're waiting for the right person. But this is somebody that's been waiting for a while. So while they've been waiting, they've developed some bad habits. And they're used to kind of getting away with it. So this is somebody like with like they're non-committal, they cheat, they have a sex addiction. This is somebody that is like attractive and they're used to getting away with it. They're used to like doing the bare minimum and having people fall over them. There is a cocky energy to them. It's a Leo. This person gets a lot of attention. Yeah, there's a divine plan here that you're being called to trust. That there is more going on than what you see. And this is working in your favor. Things are going to work out. But the energy here, the person that has their eyes on the Queen of Cups. So it gives me the Virgo that wants the Cancer, wants the water sign. Could be an Aries or an Aquarius or a Taurus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Or a Sag or a Gemini. Please stop. Oh, are you serious right now? All right, that's hilarious. Thank you. That's enough. Let me show you the way that these came out. Do you know who I'm working with? It's a masculine. I swear, I used to work a lot with Cernunos, and people would ask me, like, is there something going on between you and Cernunos? Because it seemed like we were flirting sometimes. That's why masculine guides. Do you have any masculine guides that are like flirty? That's why, like, there's this one guy that wants to work with me and I won't work with him because he's like that. Can you guess? His colors are red. Color is red. Shango wants to work with me. There's a couple of guides that I don't work with. And it's not that like they're calling and calling and calling. It's like, you know, they'll let me know that they would work with me on something and I'm like, not you. I don't need Shango. No. I don't need that sort of Casanova energy in my, no, that would oh my God. I love my guides. I'm not working with Shango. I'm not going, stop it. Okay, Aquarius. I'll show you Aquarius. This is how the cards work. So I go to pull up the Cancer. Look how these come out. Seriously, look how they come out. Cancer, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, Gemini. Crazy. You saw me shuffle them. When I called him out, he stopped. I'm in two different energies. They are related to Shango. They're in the same family. Guess. It's a masculine and a feminine. Guess who I'm channeling. Don't comment. I mean, you could comment. I wouldn't get upset about it. It's an intuition test. If you work with Orishas, who am I channeling today? Whose energy are you feeling today? It's a test. This is a fated connection, and it's one that would be very healing. The stars are aligning here, but beware of gossip. Somebody is stepping into their divine masculine energy. It could be an Aries placement. This is a divine masculine. But it's interesting because or whoever this is, your person is a queen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you know how many times I have done a reading that the masculine is in a more mature, higher vibration than the feminine? Almost never. Wow. Wow, Cancer. You got a daddy here. This is very much dad. Look at this, daddy energy. Might be an older man. The man, I get it's a man. Masculine. They feel like a lot of people rely on them. So they're not making any moves. They're sitting back, but they're observing you. And they do feel like they're more mature. That's interesting. Well, Virgo, who's the Simba one? Because did like the Emperor disappear and then like come back and suddenly like thinks that like he's above you? That he's done work that you haven't, or that like he's more mature than you? For some of you, it's like because he has more people that like rely on him. He feels like he feels like he's in a position of authority here, and he is not. Because you are in your feminine energy, so don't let this Emperor sit back and act like the Empress. This is a cocky ass emperor. I'm telling you, this person is attractive. Is attractive for, like, they're physically attractive. They are used to getting what they want. And they feel like because they are older in some sort of like authority, position, they feel like you need to come to them and they're waiting for you to come to them. That's why things aren't moving forward, because there's a stubborn energy here. You could work it out with this person. It might be a twin flame. A mirror soul. This is a strong spiritual connection. And I'm telling you, you balance each other out really well. Like, you would be really good partners. Not even take the romantic side out of it. You would be good partners. Like, you would work really, really well together. And so for some of you, it might be with the emperor here is a small business owner. Well, it's a business owner. It's an entrepreneur. Might be somebody who owns a small business. That might be why they're in this energy. Especially with the Three of Wands, you might live at a distance, and in order to like be together, this person is like, well, you need to move to me. Because I have a business and I can't uproot my business. That would, I have a lot more keeping me here than you do. Or for some of you, it's like they have a lot of people rely on them. They might have a family that relies on them. They might be like a public figure. Like, they might be like a politician. So like, a politician can't just up and move across the country, that's a much bigger deal, because their career is tied into like local politics, unless they go somewhere, like DC, but you get what I'm saying. It wouldn't be an easy move for either of you. But I get somebody is acting like, you're just free and you can do whatever you want to. And this person doesn't know that you have a lot going on. You keep a lot in. You have a lot of like heavy emotions. For some of you, you might struggle with like depression. So everybody sees you as this gives me like Sagittarius energy almost. Like, everybody sees you as very like immature, childish, carefree, no problems going on, and you have a lot of problems that you don't talk to people about, and it makes you feel feral almost. Are you feral? You feel like a wolf sometimes, a lone wolf. But also like, they're saying feral. Like, it's almost like, this gives me like, somebody's a Disney adult. I was talking to I wish my brother is a Scorpio, so it would be very, very difficult to get, and he's like a no social media Scorpio. He would be very, very difficult to get to like come on here, but he's like one of the funniest people I know. His like, the stuff that he says is so ridiculous, and he has like really good timing. He's really funny. He has Sagittarius Mercury. We were driving one day, and he just randomly asked me dumb shit, because he's like little brother, so he's always like bothering me on purpose. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but he randomly asked me, I don't know if he asked me. He might have just said it. He just said Disney World. He said something about like he can't stand Disney adults. And he said Disney World is for babies. And the way they said it, I think he was talking about like, I don't want to say his coworker. There was somebody who was talking about it, and he's like, yeah, and they're Disney adults. Disney's for babies. Everybody knows that. You have to go to Universal Studios. And I'm like, yes, I know. Harry Potter World is for adults. Disney's for babies. I like Disney. Am I a Disney adult? No. This is where my like Capricorn Aquarian side comes in. I cannot stand stuffed animals. Stuffed animals. There are some girls, women that love stuffed animals. I hate them. I stopped liking stuffed animals like young. I remember my first Valentine's Day present, they got me like a teddy bear, and chocolate covered cherries. And I hate chocolate covered cherries. They're so disgusting. They make me throw up. Like the taste of them makes me nauseous. I can't. I have a sensitivity when it comes to them. No. A stuffed animal too, and I was just like, God damn it. Nightmare. Anyways, my throat is trying to close up, so I am having to do like throat clearing, and now it's like physically itching. Somebody is trying to do like spell work on my channel. That's why I'm not posting as much. People never stop doing spell work on my channel. I just have to come up with like stronger, smarter, better words, and it's exhausting, and I'm busy as hell. That's why sometimes I can't post. Like, people don't understand, like, I have to protect my family. I'm not going to be on here provoking people that do demonic rituals to try to like kill people in my family, kill my pets. Like, this shit goes very deep. And the fact that I openly talk about this stuff, I get shadow banned a lot, you know? I've already been shadow banned. I'm already there. Who cares at this point? I almost, like, in an act of defiance, just want to be like, goodbye social media forever, you know? I'm channeling for somebody. Trust the divine plan, choose friends wisely, imagine solutions. This is doable. There's a divine plan here. The thing is what's crazy is somebody is like heartbroken, thinking that it might be it's a Leo or a Libra. Somebody is heartbroken watching a feminine energy, a Leo sort of energy. Somebody's getting a lot of attention, looking really attractive. Could be a Libra. Oh my God, please don't start doing that to me again. Somebody's wanting to do the right thing. And it's because, like, you vibrate together as children. And I get that this is a very deep connection. You guys might have met in childhood in, like, the astral. I get that you might have had dreams about each other. This gives me, like, twin flame energy. Like, look, this is somebody that, like, and I don't get that you knew each other as children, but it feels like you did. Like, when you're with this person, you feel like you're a kid. And it fulfills you emotionally. And when you're with them, you feel like things are going to be okay. Everything's going to get better. That's cute. It's like a first love type of love. Like, I get that both of you are like older. You're not young. I mean, I'm not saying that you're old, but I don't get that you're like 18. I don't get that you're in high school. I get that you're like, you know, an adult. But this is like a love that feels like, it feels like your first love. Like, this is like, you know, when you see each other, when you're around each other, you're like, this is the person I've been looking for. You guys are going to make me cry. That's sweet. But again, somebody needs to work on their addictions. There's one person here that has some addictions they need to work on, because it's creating entity attachments. So it might be like a porn addiction, gambling, drinking, stuff like that. It's a dangerous place to be spiritually. And if you don't know how to protect yourself, you can fall into dark places and get an entity attachment. And they can be hell. If you've ever had depression, severe depression, and had a voice in your head telling you that you should kill yourself, you know, I mean, I hope that's not triggering, but I've experienced suicidal ideation starting at like 11. When I was just entered middle school, I seriously wanted to die. I didn't want to kill myself. I did not want to live anymore. I used to pray. I used to lay on the floor in my closet in the dark and cry and pray that I would die. and naturally, so that like I didn't have to hurt my mom. I didn't want to, like, I was aware even as a child that if I committed suicide, that would destroy my family. I don't think that my family would ever be okay if something bad like that happened to me. This is an emotional reading. That's not normal. I remember when I was talking to, the first time I saw like a counselor, I told them that, and they were like, normal onset of depression is like late teens, early 20s, not childhood. It was ADHD. It was a dopamine deficiency, which causes depression. I have very severe ADHD. People were not diagnosed with ADHD when I was in school, and if they were boys. It was very hard to get diagnosed with that because they just assumed. I live in an area where there's a major drug problem. I have a very people get mad when I say that. People from my hometown have got mad at me. I've had family get mad at me because I said the area is impoverished. It is. Like, I'm not calling something poor that is poor. I'm not like bashing it. I'm not saying it's not a beautiful place. I'm not saying that people here aren't amazing, that like I love being here. It like fills me up with like joy. It's like a place I can go and like feel safe, 100% safe. It's a poor area. Most people leave. There's not any jobs here. The people that are here are like people that have money and have been here for a while, like have like some sort of, they can, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. They're old or they're poor and drug addicted and they can't get out. Most people that are like, and this is changing, there are people that are starting to come back to my hometown. A couple people. I have a dream, but I don't know if I can make it happen, you know. I'm still gonna post this. I was gonna stop it. I'm channeling. I would really like to build up my hometown, but the way that my hometown would look at what I would do to build it up, I don't know how they would feel about it. It's like indigenous healing and magic versus Christianity, Bible Belt. Bum bum bum. Trumpville. I don't know, guys. There's a divine plan working here. You need to be more careful about like your friends, because some of the people that you are talking to are not giving you good advice. I would keep this to yourself, honestly. Just keep whatever this is to yourself. Because somebody's heartbroken and overthinking it, thinking that somebody, you know, is getting a lot of attention, and they probably are. But whatever is blocking you too from moving forward, it's not, this is not like an impossible mountain to climb here. Let me see. No, let's get a word from the Fae. I've been working with the Fae real heavy. I want to do, did I tell you guys this already? I want to do like, I think I'm going to do a video talking about an honest opinion of somebody that has worked with Appalachian Fae as an indigenous person to Appalachia my entire life. I think some of the stuff people say about the Fae is like, some of it is warranted depending on the person that you are. Some of it is like, it really depends on like you, what you vibe with. If you vibe with nature, the Fae would be cool with you, and it doesn't matter. Sometimes I feel like people don't hear what I'm saying. Do you ever feel that way? It's hard like when you're like a very spiritual person, because it's like sometimes you try to have conversations with people and they do not get what the hell you're saying. And then I like spend all my time trying to explain. And it's like when somebody isn't on your vibration, the more you try to explain or reason with them or get your like point of view across, the like more pissed they get, the more defensive they get, because they just assume that like you're calling them dumb. People just speak different languages, you know. You gotta find people that like speak your language and not allow people that feel like attacking you because you don't speak theirs. Find the words to long forgotten songs and dance to the music in your soul. See, that's what I'm telling you. For some of you, it's like you're very, very disconnected from your spiritual side. Extremely disconnected from your spiritual side. So you don't even see... I keep getting throat chakra attacks. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Especially with the Fae here. The Fae wanted to come out. I tried to get them to come out for Patreon and they said no, but they're coming out for you right now. So whoever's still here. Some of you are, you have Celtic ancestry. You need to listen to indigenous music. Listen to the music of your people, because there's magic in it and there's healing in it. I've been working with the Fae really heavy. I'm building, I'm working with the elementals. I have a very, very, very close relationship with the Fae. The thing about the Fae is that they like to make deals. They like to barter. This notion that the Fae are just trying to get one over on you and scam you, it's kind of offensive, because that's not the case at all. Do you know what the Fae ask for? They like crystals, they like old jewelry, they like buttons. They really like buttons. They like fairy cakes, which is literally like flour and sugar. I don't remember the other ingredient. It's like milk, flour, sugar. It's like a very simple, it's like a little cake. They like, the Fae like for you to plant roses or lavender. They like things that smell good. What part of that makes them evil, awful, trying to steal your bones? I hate that this is becoming a thing, because it's teaching people to disrespect and fear what they're meant to connect with, and that would be very healing for them. You know, tree spirits are part of the Fae. The same people that will tell you, oh, don't let the Fae in your house, don't talk to the Fae, if you see a mushroom, run. The same people that say dumb shit like that will tell you like, oh yeah, go put your hands on a tree and feel its energy to ground yourself. What do you think is grounding you? Stupid. You should fear the Fae if you fuck with them. You should fear the Fae if you don't have a respect for nature and you don't have a respect for other beings. You should have a mutual respect. There's this, I talked about this a few readings ago. This is just what, I don't know, guys. You wanted a reading, this is your reading. For some of you, you're just spying on a person that's walking away from you, and you feel like you could use them in some way. This person is walking away from you because they're choosing themselves, and they're going to level up, and they're about to head into a new relationship. Some of you are a third party. That's why you're here. Shut up and get out of my face. Fae spirits. Right now, we're in a bartering. They don't want me to say it. Bartering process to decide on the fairy village. Because I work with different types of Fae, some of them don't want to intermingle with each other. So I have to decide where each type of Fae goes and what they get and what like they want to barter with me. I'm not going to go and put a whole entire fairy village out there without having some sort of like, they're doing something for me. Especially because like some fae like to work. Gnomes really like to work. You wouldn't want to put a gnome inside your house unless you're putting them somewhere like a workshop. Gnomes really like to garden, so they want to be outside, preferably with plants. So the gnomes are not going to be in the village with the fairies because they don't vibe together. Maybe on the outskirts, they have to have different neighborhoods. You guys, I'm deep in this. You don't understand. You don't understand. The fae and I are very close. I could join the fae if I wanted to and just flutter off. We vibe. Are they tricky? Of course. Have you never met a wild animal? You can't trust them. You can't trust domesticated animals half the time. It's nature spirits. But that's what I like about them. I like feistiness, you know? Like my dog has an attitude sometimes, only really to me because I'm her mom. But my ex used to see that and he would like be like, see, you're spoiling her, you're making her into a bad dog. And I'm like, I love the fact that like, if I tell her no, sometimes she'll stomp her foot at me or she'll like just turn away from me and won't look at me. I like it. I like that she has a mind of her own and she's not afraid to express, you know, her desires, and she's a confident dog. I like that about her. So I respect nature and I respect her as an individual, you know? That's how I treat the fae, that they're individuals. It goes a long way, especially when something has been like, infantized, where you makes something childlike. Do you know that there's a belief in the Appalachian Mountains that the fae here are actually very, very, very old ancestors? Like some of the first inhabitants of the mountains, that they loved it here so much that they stayed. So these are like ancient beings that people treat like, well, if it leaves a mushroom, you know, it's folklore, but folklore is not reality. And you gotta think, the people that were going out there and like fucking with the fae so that they could like write down what the fae do, yeah, this is disrespectful. These are ancient spirits. They just want to be left alone. They want to be respected and left alone. And when people treat them like they're like stupid, I don't know, guys. I'm serious about the fae. I know people think that I'm crazy, but like, one of them wants to say that I can do things that you would never dream of. I love the fae a lot. Go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree spirits. What did I say? That's what he said. That I could do things. I don't want to talk about it. Have you seen the videos of people that will see a tree and they'll go up to the tree and they'll be like, touch me, and the tree will eventually touch them? I can point at a tree and make it move. I literally spent my entire childhood like hanging upside down in like trees. I talk to them. They've like, tree spirits have been some of my best friends. Like I had imaginary friends as a child. They were tree spirits because I would go outside and hide in the woods and talk to trees. I have a very close relationship with tree spirits. They're spirits that inhabit a tree. They can move. It's like a hermit crab, you know? The hermit crab is not the shell. The shell can be left behind, and the hermit crab can move to another shell. They move from time to time. Take control of your quest. Choose your companions wisely. See, for some of you, you could have, I don't want to say this because this is where people get in trouble with the occult. Because I want to say you can have a lot of power, but that's not why you should do this. And that's why people get fucked up by the Fae. It's because you're not manipulating some stupid little, like, you know, dumb thing with, like, wings to do what you want. This is a spirit that has existed on this planet since, like, the beginning. It's a very wise, ancient spirit. And you're treating it like it's stupid and you can outsmart it. You know, that's why people get fucked up by the Fae. Because they can take different forms. That's why, like, you'll see it when I post the interview where I talk to my dad about it. Because I ask him about the Fae. And he's, like, talks about, like, he's never seen the Fae. He doesn't even know what the Fae is. But he starts talking about how much he loves being out in nature. And I'm staring at him like, you mean nature spirits? He doesn't get what I'm saying. Not everybody will understand your language, but the people in your frequency will get it. And they'll appreciate you for being you. And they'll recognize that they are, if they do judge you, they'll be able to reflect on the fact that they're not treating you fairly. You have to be able to look at your own behavior and take responsibility for it and apologize and own up to it in order to be on a spiritual path. Because if you're not capable of doing that, then you're not a spiritual person. You're very much in a low vibration, and you need to check yourself. The whole thing about the spiritual journey is that you got to be humble and recognize that there are things bigger than you. It's not a, like, gives me like somebody is a very immature energy, and you're not a narcissist, but you're on the spectrum. Narcissism exists on a spectrum. There's a such thing as healthy narcissism. And oftentimes, if you are an empathic person, but you are starting to put yourself first, narcissistic people will accuse you of being a narcissist. Because there's a certain amount of healthy narcissism that exists. That means I love myself and I understand that I'm a priority in my own life, because if I don't prioritize myself, I will get sick. I will not be in a good position. I've got to fill up my own cup in order to, pour into others. But that doesn't suit somebody that's trying to use you. So they will accuse you of being what they are because they are projecting. All right, that's enough, I guess. I'm just going to let this go. I'm just going to post it, whatever. I don't even know what the hell I talked about. I'm really tired, guys, and I'm not supposed to be working right now. So I don't want to say I ruffled my ancestors' feathers, but I'm disrespecting some of my ancestors right now to do this. So understand that this is a sacrifice for me, and I'm tired. So be appreciative if you're still here. Please don't. I've gotten to where not a lot of people comment rude things because I check people so often in my videos, but I can feel it. Like, I'm a human being. Stop. If you don't appreciate what I'm doing, you can go. Like, this is free. All right. Bye.